Welcome to the Wrap-Up and Practice Q&A from Module 1.1, Privacy, ISO 29100, and ISO 27701. This session is designed for DPOs, compliance officers, managers, and IT leads to reinforce key concepts and test your understanding. Congratulations! If you've made it this far without a GDPR panic attack, you're already ahead of most organizations. Today we explored privacy standards and the heroic role of the DPO. Now it's time to reinforce key concepts and test your understanding. Let's start with a big picture recap of the core concepts we covered in this module. Privacy means individuals control how their personal data is collected, used, stored, and shared. This approach builds trust, reputation, and prevents negative headlines. ISO 29100 provides the 11 privacy principles, acting as the privacy diet plan your organization must follow. It defines what good privacy looks like, covering aspects like consent, purpose limitation, and accountability. ISO 27701, the Privacy Information Management System, builds on ISO 27001 by adding privacy-specific controls. It secures personal data and transforms panic into process, guesswork into governance. Now, let's move on to our interactive practice Q&A segment to test how well you grasped the module's content. Question 1. The main difference between ISO 29100 and ISO 27701 is that 29100 provides high-level privacy principles, while 27701 is the implementable privacy management system. Question 2. While GDPR is the law, ISO 27701 adds the operating manual, documented controls, role definitions, risk assessments, and incident response procedures. Question 3. If a processor makes a mistake, the controller still carries primary accountability. This is why you must choose and monitor processors carefully. Question 4. A DPO must understand ISO standards because they turn legal obligations into structured systems, provide authority, and protect the DPO during audits. Question 5. The biggest benefit of ISO 27701 is predictability. Instead of guessing during a crisis, you follow procedure, log actions, and sleep peacefully. Let's run a quick scenario challenge to see these concepts in action. Scenario. An employee leaves the company with a USB containing customer data. How does ISO 27701 help? Without ISO, you panic. With ISO 27701, you activate the incident response procedure, assess risk, log the event, and document corrective action. The result is a controlled response with no drama. We have covered a lot in this module. Let's wrap up with the final key takeaways. Privacy is survival, not optional. ISO 29100 defines principles, and 27701 operationalizes them. Most importantly, documentation is your shield during audits and reduces GDPR panic attacks. Privacy is about earning trust. When you implement these ISO standards, privacy becomes embedded in your culture. Thank you for participating. In the next module, we will dive deeper into implementation strategy and audit readiness.